Hello and welcome to the stream. The Humble Bundle is canceled now, or it's not canceled, it's just closed. Like I said, it wasn't going to be around for very long, but I did want to do a part 2 so that I could, you know, show you guys the other games. And I really wanted to try those Fighting Fantasy Legends. I mean, I liked Pathfinder, it's just I did not agree with their health system. I think it's stupid because they want you to use cards, and most of your cards, you have to discard them to use them. So basically, if you discard the card, you just hurt yourself because you have to draw. And it's really stupid that heroes can't heal themselves. It's like that one person had one cure. And I mean, even though you recharge it, that just puts it on the bottom of the deck. So basically, you have to almost kill yourself just to be able to cure again. It's stupid. It's really stupid. I don't understand it at all. There didn't seem to be any other way to heal each other or to heal yourself. Like, I would like the fact that maybe your hero could rest for a turn and maybe gain like 5 random cards from their discard or something so you don't freaking die, you know? But I don't know. I don't think that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to look through my Steam catalog here, game catalog, and see which one I want to play. I think we're going to go ahead and look at King and Assassins first. This looked interesting, that's for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and verify those files. Just make sure. Remember, for those of you who don't know why I verify files all the time, is because Steam likes to do what I call the black screen of death. And by black screen of death, I mean it's literally a black screen of death. It literally shuts down your computer and you can do absolutely nothing with it. You can't do anything. There's no mouse, no keyboard input at all. The only thing you can do to get your computer back is to hard shut it down. And that would look really bad on stream because it would take me a very long time to come back. So I figured out that if you verify the integrity of the games, at least new games, or at least games that you've never played before, or that you haven't played in a long time, because you never know. I mean, Steam is dumb with its updates sometimes too. I mean, sometimes it'll do like content file locked or disk write error, and I don't understand why. Like, I don't know why these things happen, but sometimes it'll happen. And I don't know, maybe that's what causes the black screen error to happen or whatnot. We should be starting here in about 2 minutes. So it shouldn't take too long. GG, are you seriously being in your box? Of course, just when I start. You couldn't do it before I started, so I could actually cover it up. No, of course not. Just when I start streaming. I'll probably have to go AFK here real quick just before we start. Well, actually, I might go ahead and start it up. That way you could at least have some music and something to look at while I go ahead and tend to the cat box real quick. But not quite yet. So yeah, this should be the last board game stream, I imagine. I don't think I'll come back with any of these games on stream. I just thought it might be interesting. Maybe people would be like, oh, hey, this is interesting. I've never seen these games before. And they might be interested in trying to get the games for themselves. But unfortunately, as always, not very many viewers. God, it's hard to get viewers, I'll tell you. One of the hardest things because you just have to like do something and then just hope and pray that you get viewers. And it never happens. It just never happens. But we should be just about ready to start here. Just about ready. Yep, that should just about do it. Let's take that off real quick. And let's go ahead and load up this game. Now, it might be a little bit loud at first. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be pretty loud. I need to be able to turn it down. Oh no. Don't tell me it's only in full screen. Please, please don't tell me it's only in full screen. Are you familiar with the rules, or do you want to play the tutorial? I'm gonna cancel it, and yeah, I can do the play tutorial. Okay, good. Go ahead and change some stuff here. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Alt enter? Fuck, I can't play it. It's only full screen. God, I hate things that are only full screen like this. Like, why do they do this? I don't know why they do it, and I can't even show you the video, really, because I can't, and I totally forgot to switch my sounds over anyway. So I guess we're not going to be playing that game after all, because it's another one of those games. It's only full screen. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense why they wouldn't at least give the option of window mode, because I can't stream in full screen because I will not be able to see the chat, which, I mean, for the most part, doesn't really matter, but if somebody pops in and they're talking and I'm not there in chat, you know, it's a good way to lose viewers. I mean, you gotta gain them first, but it is a good way to lose them. I will be right back, and I guess we'll go into perhaps Twilight Struggle and just hope and pray that that's not a full screen only game. Give me one moment. Okay, back. Now, let's check on Twilight Struggle, shall we? This one looked interesting. It looked maybe kind of like Risk. Probably not one I'll spend too much time with. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Twilight Struggle. Do a little verify integrity here. Shouldn't take too long, although I think this one was a little bit bigger. Again, I think it was like Risk. So let's see if this one will work. Oh my god, it's starting full screen mode again. Please, dear God, say you're not stuck in full screen mode. Oh, there's window mode. Good. What? What the hell are these resolutions? Oh my god, it's so loud. Well, I don't have 1280 by 720, but we do have 1280 by 768. That's pretty close. Oh my god, it's so freaking loud. Turn it down. Good lord. It doesn't need to be that loud. Good lord. I don't understand why everything is so freaking loud. And it wasn't even, like, fully done either. Like, fully up all the way, the volume. Here's Twilight Struggle. Get it going. Get it going. There we go. Alright, that looks pretty good. Go ahead and move this up real quick. Alright, let me see if maybe I can change the ticker. Let me see here. Since I'm only going to be playing a couple of... Oh, look at that. It even has a picture. Since I'm only going to be playing a couple of games, I'll just change the ticker. Because I'm just going to be playing Twilight Struggle and, well, whatever the other one was, Fighting Fantasy Legends, or whatever. Fantasy Fighting Legends, or something like that. Whatever it was. Anyway, I think what we'll do is we will play offline, for now. Play an offline game against the computer, yes. Is there a tutorial? There is. We will probably just do the tutorial just to see. It says play through a beginner tutorial of a game. Okay, that sounds pretty good. I think it's a lot like Risk, but then again, it might be a little bit different than Risk. Who knows? It did look similar to Risk. See, it looks very similar to Risk, honestly. Although this looks different. Huh. Well, let's see here. Twilight Struggle is a game about the Cold War. The game is played over 10 turns. To win, you'll need to get to 20 victory points, or end up with more victory points than your opponent once the last turn is over. So it's a very short game, actually. Huh. So it's not like Risk at all. In this tutorial, you'll play as the United States, and your opponent will play as the USSR. At the start of each turn, each player will be dealt a hand of cards. For the first turn, you get 8 cards, as you can see, 8 cards here. Each card has an operations point value, denoted right here, which represents that card's strength. The text on the card describes the effect that occurs when the card is played, right here. What does that say? Allows play of NATO. Add 1 US influence in each of 7 non-USR controlled Western European countries. Boy, this sounds confusing as hell. Oh, thank God it's a tutorial. Some cards have an event for the US only, so this is the US event icon. It must be the star. Oh, yeah, there we go, and the red star is the USSR. Some cards have an event for the USSR only, okay? Some cards have a neutral event that can be used by either player, denoted by white and red star, okay? Early War, turn 1, 8 cards in hand, 6 action rounds, 8 cards in hand, 6 action rounds, alright. Headline phase, both players will select an event card, something, to battle, I think? The first phase of every turn is called the headline phase. Each player will secretly choose 1 card to play. A good choice here is Marshall Plan. Really? Play Marshall Plan as your headline event. To play it, click and drag the card from your hand, drop it into the headline card banner that appears in the center of the screen after you start to drag. So this is the card we're going to be playing. Okay. Allows play of NATO, whatever that is. I don't see any NATO here, so I don't know. But let's play it. This is the headline card. Drag card here to select as your headline card. Bam. You picked Early War. The USSR has chosen... What is that? Comcon? What? Oh, Comicon. Oh, I see. For their headline event. Since the operations point value of Marshall Plan is higher than Comicon, your event will be played first. Okay, so the value denotes how they get played. Alright. Marshall Plan allows you to place 7 influence onto the board. You may place this influence into any country in Western Europe that the USSR doesn't control, but each country may only gain 1 influence. Europe is divided into 2 subregions. Countries in Western Europe are shaded dark purple on the map. Eastern Europe is shaded light purple. Alright. Austria and Finland are considered to be in both Western and Eastern Europe, so they are shaded both colors. Oh, I see. You can see that they're shaded both colors. Interesting. Alright. Place one influence in Turkey by clicking on the highlighted country. Okay. There we go. Okay, it just gives you more influence, probably making it so that whoever has the most influence, those countries will follow you. Or something like that, I guess. Notice that your influence in Turkey changed to a blue background. This indicates that you now control this country. This is because there's enough US influence in the country to match the stability number for Turkey. Oh, I see. That must be the stability number right there. Interesting. Every country has a stability number. If the amount of influence you have in a country exceeds your opponent's influence by at least the stability number, then you control the country. Let's see. Examples of country control. This one has no control because stability is not matched. This is the stability number, too low. Control stability matched. That's matched. No control, the US needs 2 more control than the USR. Oh, USSR, I see. So they have 1, they have 2. Even though you've hit the stable, you have to be over the stable. So they would have to hit 3 to take it. Okay, I get it. And then there it is right there. Control exceeds opponent by 2. Alright, I see. Place one influence in Greece by clicking on the highlighted country. Okay, so we'll take Greece as well. Place one influence in Italy by clicking on the highlighted country. Okay, it's going to put even more influence in there than we even needed. Place one influence in West Germany by clicking on the highlighted country. Okay, and place one influence in France by clicking on the highlighted country. Okay, ooh, that's a tough one to get. Place one influence in Benelux? Benelux? I'm not really sure. Alright, that's another one that's tough to get. And one in Spain and Portugal. Alright. Now the effective Marshall Plan is complete. Anytime a card is played for the event or for operations points, it is put into the discard pile afterwards, so that means it is done, right? However, Marshall Plan has an asterisk next to the event title. This means that if the event is played, it is removed from the game instead. Oh, I see. So you can't use it ever again. Whenever the draw pile is out of cards, the discard pile will be reshuffled to form a new draw pile. If a card is removed from the game, it won't be included in this reshuffle. I see. After Marshall Plan is removed from play, your opponent will play Komakon. Oh boy. Oh, he's getting influence. Komakon allows the placement of influence into Eastern Europe. So your opponent has added 1 influence into Austria, Czechoslovakia, which is here, Hungary, and Romania. So he's taken like all of these ones here in the main place, which I guess makes sense because they're closer to him. Komakon also has an asterisk next to the event title, so it will be removed from play after the event is finished. Okay? After both players have played their headline card, the headline phase is over. The next phase is action rounds. The players will alternate playing 1 card each for 6 action rounds. The USSR always takes the first action round. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go, man. Ooh, what is he doing? What is that? For the first action round, your opponent chooses to play Indo-Pakistani War. Playing a card during an action round requires the player to choose either to play the card for its event or to use its operations points. Okay, so you can either do one or the other, I see. In this case, the USSR wants to improve its influence on the map, so they choose to play the card for operations points, and to use the ops points to place influence. When playing a card for the ops points, if it contains your event or a neutral event, then the event text is not played. Oh, I see. When using operations points to place influence, you may only add influence in or adjacent to countries where you already have influence. I see. The USSR wishes to add influence to Italy. This is allowed because they already have influence in Austria and Yugoslavia, which are both adjacent to Italy. Oh, yeah, I see that. See how they're highlighted? When you touch Italy, or when you hover over Italy, it shows you all the things that are highlighted that are, the glowing ones are ones that are adjacent to it. Alright. Normally, adding one influence into a country costs 1 operations point. However, if your opponent already controls a country, it costs 2 operations points to place 1 influence. Oh. Oh, so it's going to cost him 2 to do that because I already control Italy. I see. Since you control Italy, the USSR uses the 2 ops points from Indo-Pakistani War to place 1 influence into Italy, and then the action round is completed. Oh, I see. Indo-Pakistani War was used for the operations points, so it will be placed in the discard pile. Alright. 1 scorecard currently in hand. What does that mean? Huh. I guess it must be this thing? I don't know. Now, the US gets their first action round. You have some good cards, but 3 of them have events associated with your opponent. When you play these cards for the operations points during an action round, you also have to allow your opponent to play the associated event. Managing the situation when you have your opponent's cards in hand is a big part of Twilight Struggle. Oh, they must be talking about like this. See how it's totally his card? This one's also totally his card. And this one's also totally his card. This one's totally mine, and these ones are both. You can tell by the dually colored star, I mean, sorry. There are currently several areas of concern on the map. One possibility is to strengthen your position in the Middle East. When you play a card for operations points, you may use those points to attempt a coup. Let's try that now. When you attempt a coup, you spend all of the operations points on one card to target a country where your opponent has influence. The lower the stability number of the country, the more likely that the coup attempt will succeed. When you play your opponent's event, you get to decide if the event is played before or after you use the operations points. In this case, we'll play Fidel, and we'll choose to use the ops points first. Alright. Click and drag the Fidel card from your hand, drop it onto the attempt coup banner that appears after you start the drag. There it is, attempt coup. Drag here for chance at performing a coup in a country of your choice. Warning, opponent event will resolve after your action. Alright, let's do it. Now, we have to choose the target country for the coup attempt. Syria is a good choice, since it has a low stability number. Select Syria by clicking on the highlighted country. Oh, it does have a low stability number. Okay. Oh, goodness. Before you attempt a coup, you will be shown a summary of the possible outcomes of the coup attempt. These are the operations, target summary. DEFCON status will remain at 5. I don't know what that means, but they have a coup defense of 4. Total operations of 2. Military ops gained. We're looking at dice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like I want the higher numbers. And perhaps if we roll low numbers, it looks like the USSR does really well. Yep, the coup strength is determined by rolling a 6-sided die and adding the card's operation points. You see. The coup defense is double the stability number of the target country. Since Syria has a stability number of 2, the coup defense is 4. Okay. If the coup strength is lower than the coup defense, the coup attempt is successful. And your opponent must remove influence equal to the difference between those values. If the difference is greater than your opponent's influence, then the remainder will be added to your influence. Oh, that's neat. Click the roll die button to initiate the coup attempt. Alright, let's do it. You rolled a 4 and add 2 ops points from Fidel for a total coup strength of 6. You have succeeded in your coup attempt, since 6 is greater than the coup defense of 4. Wow. I have no idea what this means, but hey, it's kinda cool. You succeeded by a margin of 2, but your opponent only has 1 influence in Syria. The remaining difference is instead used to add your influence to the country. So Syria is left with 0 USSR influence and 1 US influence. Oh, I see. Each turn, to avoid a victory point penalty, both players must conduct military operations. Coups add to your military operations for the turn. You gain the number of operations points used for the coup attempt, so now you have 2 MILOP points. That's up here, I'm guessing. No, that's the DEFCON. DEFCON and MILOPs track. Click for more info. Okay. At the end of a turn, if you have fewer military operations than the DEFCON status, you will lose the difference in victory points. So you need to either gain 3 more MILOP points or lower the DEFCON status before the turn ends. Let's see. And here's what's going to happen here. Now that you've finished using the operations points for your coup attempt, your opponent gets to play the Fidel event. So here's the event. Remove all US influence in Cuba. USSR gains sufficient influence in Cuba for control. Oh man, does not sound good. Whoa. 3 influence has been added to Cuba by the event, and the USSR now controls a country in Central America. Oh man. You used Fidel for the operations points, but your opponent played the event. Since Fidel has an asterisk next to the event title, it will be removed from the game. Okay? And now it's their turn. They need 5 MILOP points, and they don't have any. But I'm sure they're gonna get some. Ooh, look, they're using mine. Did they do a coup too, or no? The USSR gets to play their second action round in the turn. Your opponent chooses to play Independent Reds for 2 operations points. Oh, they're just playing it for the operations points, I see. Placing 1 influence in Iran and another in France. Okay. Independent Reds is an event associated with the US, so after the Soviets use the operations points, you can take advantage of the event. So what is this? Add sufficient US influence in either Yugoslavia, Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary, or Czechoslovakia to equal USSR influence. Wow. Pretty crazy. You can match the USSR influence in any of the 5 different countries, but each of those countries currently only has 1 USSR influence. Select Yugoslavia by clicking on the highlighted country. Okay? Do that. Oh, we only need 3. Okay. Most scoring in Twilight Struggle comes from scoring cards. You currently have 1 in your hand, Europe scoring. Scoring cards must be played during the same turn that you draw them. So yeah, like I said, it cannot be held. If a scoring card is still in your hand after all action rounds have been played in a turn, you will immediately lose the game. Wow, that's rough. When played, Europe's scoring gives points to each side based on their strength in the region shown on the card. Okay. Battleground versus non-battleground. Strength in a region is primarily driven by battleground countries. So that's a battleground, and that's a non-battleground. How can you tell? Battleground countries have a red background. Oh, I see, behind the country name. Non-battleground countries have a darker region color background. Oh, I see, okay. First, the scoring card shows the victory points earned for controlling more countries in the region than your opponent. Yep, okay. Domination, control, automatic victory, wow. To qualify for presence, you only need to control at least 1 country in the region. Currently, the US controls 5 countries in Europe: UK, West Germany, Italy, Greece, and Turkey. So you would qualify for presence and gain 3 victory points. Huh. The USSR controls 2 countries in Europe, East Germany and Poland, so they would also qualify for presence and gain 3 victory points. Oh. To qualify for domination, you need to control more total countries and more battleground countries in the region than your opponent does. In addition, you must not control or you must control at least one non-battleground country. The US currently controls more countries in Europe, but you each have 2 battlegrounds, so neither player has domination. Ah, yes, see that? West Germany, Italy, East Germany, and Poland. So we do both have battlegrounds. Okay, I see. To qualify for control of a region, you need to control more total countries and control all of the battleground countries in the region. Wow. For most regions, control will grant a large number of points. However, Europe is special. If you control Europe when the scoring card is played, you will immediately win the game. Wow. Each player is also granted 1 victory point for each battleground country they control. Currently, you control 2 battlegrounds, so you would gain 2 victory points along with the 3 points for presence. Wow. Finally, some regions have countries that are adjacent to the superpower countries. Each country that you control adjacent to the enemy superpower is worth 1 additional victory point. Huh. In Europe, Finland, Poland, and Romania are adjacent to the USSR, but you do not control any of those. True. Canada is the only country in Europe adjacent to the US, and the USSR does not control it, so no victory points would be awarded for adjacent countries. Okay. Adding up your score for the current state of Europe will grant you 5 victory points, 3 for presence, and 2 for battleground countries. The USSR will also gain 5 victory points for presence and 2 for battleground countries. The final result of playing Europe scoring during this action round would be even, and the victory point track would remain at 0. Huh. Since you have to play Europe scoring during this turn, you want to gain as many points as possible for it, and domination of the region is the best way to do that. France is the last remaining uncontrolled battleground, so it is the key to domination. Right. So you could attempt a coup since your opponent has influence, but the high stability number in France makes that a risky play. The safest route is to use one of your cards with high operations points to place enough influence in France to control it. Click and drag US-Japan Mutual Defense Pact from your hand, drop it onto the Place Influence banner that appears after you start to drag it. Which one? This one. Oh yeah, it's got 4 points, look at that. Drag cards here to play the cards for ops value as influence in countries of your choice. Alright. Place 3 influence in France by clicking on the highlighted country. 1, 2, 3. You now control France and qualify for domination in Europe. However, the USSR will have an action round to respond before you will have a chance to play Europe scoring. You still have 1 operations point left from US-Japan Mutual Defense Pact. Let's use it in a different region. Place 1 influence in Lebanon by clicking on the highlighted country. Okay. Interesting. Now it's their turn. Ooh, they're doing a coup. Oh, they're doing a coup in France. Oh no, DEFCON status will degrade to 4. For the USSR's 3rd action round, your opponent has played Vietnam Revolts for 2 ops points to attempt a coup in France. Oh man. The die roll was a 1, so adding the 2 ops points gets a coup strength of 3, which is less than the coup defense of 6, double the stability number of 3, so the coup attempt has failed. Well, that's good for me. Oh, that's why the DEFCON level went down. Any coup attempt in a battleground country will automatically lower the DEFCON status by 1. Keep a close eye on the DEFCON status. If it reaches 1 during your action round, you will immediately lose the game. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. As DEFCON status gets lower, more of the map becomes off limits to coup and realignment attempts. Now that we're at DEFCON 4, Europe is restricted. You can click on the DEFCON track at the top of the screen to see the effects of each DEFCON status. Well, I can't actually click it. Your opponent's coup attempt also granted 2 military operations points. At the end of the turn, each player loses 1 victory point for every mil op that they are short of the DEFCON status. If the turn ended right now, both players would lose 2 victory points, since you each have 2 mil op points, and the DEFCON status is at 4. You need to gain some mil op points, or else further lower the DEFCON status to avoid this penalty. Your opponent used Vietnam Revolts for the operations points. Even though it has an asterisk next to the event title, it will be placed in the discard pile since the event was not played. Oh, I see. So if you don't play it for the event, which apparently this is the event, then it doesn't get banished from the game or whatnot. Okay? It is now your third action round. The Soviet coup in France has failed to break your domination of the region, so you can play Europe scoring for a big points reward. Click and drag Europe scoring from your hand, drop it onto the region scorecard banner that appears after you start to drag. Drag card here to play your scorecard. Okay, bam. Look at that. 7 points for domination, 3 for battlegrounds, a total of 10 points, and he only gets 5 points. Before you confirm the play of a scoring card, you may review what the outcomes will be. So this is the outcomes, I guess. Why is this 5? I don't know what this is. You will gain 10 victory points, 7 for domination, and another 3 for your battleground countries. The USSR will gain 5 victory points, 3 for presence, and 2 for battlegrounds. Click the commit button to the right of the scoring summary to finalize your decision. Okay? The net difference of 5 victory points has moved the victory point track in your favor. You need just 15 more victory points to win the game. Oh, you can tell the victory points there. I see. Oh, I wonder if that's what it is. Is this just a victory point thing? I think it is. Like right now, I'm ahead, but if he starts getting victory points, then he's going to take mine away, I think. Like, I think it's a power struggle. Instead of him having his own victory points and me having my own victory points, it's 1 victory point meter, I think. He's using an event. Goodness. For the USSR's 4th action round, your opponent has played Warsaw Pact Formed. For the event, placing 2 influence in Yugoslavia, 2 influence in Czechoslovakia, and 1 influence in East Germany to solidify its hold on Eastern Europe. Pretty crazy. It is now your 4th action round. The 3rd way in which you can use operation points is to attempt realignment. For each ops point you spend, you can make 1 roll to remove influence in a country, provided that country isn't restricted by the DEFCON status. Perhaps the new leader of Cuba might be amenable to some persuasion? Click and drag Olympic Games from your hand, drop it onto the realignment banner that appears after you start to drag. Okay? Drag card here for chance at performing a realignment in a country of your choice. Alright, let's do it. Since this card has 2 operations points, you get to make 2 realignment attempts. Select Cuba for your first attempt by clicking on the highlighted country. Okay. For a realignment attempt, each player rolls 1 6-sided die. Whichever side rolls higher can remove the difference in influence from the country. Realignments can never add influence to a country. Okay? The USSR gets a +1 bonus to its roll because it currently has more influence in Cuba. Each player will also get a +1 bonus for each adjacent country that they control. Your superpower accounts for this, so you will get a +1 for the US being adjacent to Cuba. Oh, I see. So we both get +1. Click the roll die button to initiate the realignment attempt. Bam. You rolled a 4. Adding your +1 bonus gives a total of 5. Your opponent rolled a 3, adding the +1 bonus gives a total of 4. So you won the roll by 1, So one USSR influence is removed from Cuba. Oh, cool. Okay. The USSR no longer has control in Cuba, but their presence lingers. You have still have, I think it's supposed to be you still have one more realignment attempt remaining. Let's use the second roll against Cuba to see if we can remove the USSR from the region. Select Cuba by clicking on the highlighted country, okay? Click the die roll button to initiate the realignment attempt. What is this? It's probably canceled. Yeah, it is. There we go. You rolled a 5. Adding your +1 bonus gives a total of 6. Your opponent rolled a 2. Adding the +1 bonus gives a total of 3. You won the roll by 3, so the the 2 USSR influence is removed from Cuba. Success! All of the Soviet influence is gone from Cuba. Realignment attempts are less dramatic than coups, but can be just as important. I see. The USSR has played the China card to place influence in their 5th action round. Okay. China card is a unique card. When played, instead of going to the discard pile, it goes to your opponent. The USSR starts the game with it and has now chosen to play it. Oh, jeez. This means you now possess the China card, but it is face down and unavailable for play. At the end of the turn, it will flip face up, and you will be able to play it next turn. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Oh, okay, so it is face down, I see. Soviet plans in the Middle East continue. You hold Arab-Israeli War, a powerful event that could put the US position in the Middle East at risk. Luckily, there's a way to avoid that event. The 4th and final way in which you may spend operations points is on a space race attempt. If you spend a card's ops points on the space race, the event is not played. Oh, I see. You may only make one space race attempt each turn. Your current position on the space race track will determine which cards you may use for a space race attempt. I see. To advance to the next box of the space race track, you need to play a card worth 2 or more ops points, and then roll between 1 and 3 on a 6-sided die. Oh, I see it right here. 2 ops, 1 to 3. Okay. Click and drag a Arab-Israeli War from your hand, drop it onto the space race banner that appears after you start to drag. Drag the card here for a chance to gain rank on the space race track. Your opponent event will not trigger. Oh, see, that's why you put that in there, because this is an opponent card. If you use it, it will be triggered. I see. Before you initiate a space race attempt, you may review the possible outcomes. You must roll between 1 and 3 on a 6-sided die to advance on the space race track. Click the roll die button to initiate the space race attempt. Roll. I got a success. Oh yeah, 1 and 3, right. You rolled a 2, so your space race attempt is successful. You advance 1 box on the space race track and gain the rewards listed on the track. In this case, you gain 2 victory points. Nice. Wait, where's that? Is this it? No, wait. Because I just moved from Earth satellite, right? It doesn't say there's any rewards. Weird. Unless maybe these are the rewards here? I'm not really sure. Doesn't look like there's any rewards here, but okay. 2 victory points, I'll take it. The launch of the first man-made satellite into orbit is a success, and there is no war in the Middle East for now. Yeah, that would have been not very good. Uh-oh. Ooh, he's trying to coup. For the final USSR action round in the turn, your opponent has played Containment for 3 ops points to attempt a coup in Iran. Ooh, he was successful too. Look at that. The die roll was a 5, so adding the 3 ops points gets a coup strength of 8. This is greater than the coup defense of 4, double the civility number of 2, so the coup attempt was a success. Iran is a battleground country, so DEFCON status has degraded to 3. Oh man. Containment is a strong US event, but it is best when played early in the turn. The Soviets have greatly minimized this card by holding it until their final action round in the turn. It is removed from the game because its event was played, but you will only benefit from the effect for 1 action round. So it's all further operations cards played by US this turn add 1 to their value, to a maximum of 4. Wow, that is pretty powerful. Oh, look. Oh, those are the ones that have been removed from the game. Yep. Okay. This is your last action round before the end of the turn. You have 2 1-ops point cards remaining in your hand. Playing one of them this action round will be worth 2 ops points due to containment. Captured Nazi Scientist is a neutral event that will advance you 1 space on the space racetrack. Ooh. That's nice. Romanian Abdication is a USSR event. It will give your opponent control of Romania if you play it for the operations points. Romania Abdication has an asterisk, so it will be removed from the game if the event is played. Sometimes it is better to accept the outcome of the event, just so your opponent has fewer cards in the draw pile during the later turns. Oh, okay. Let's play Romania Abdication. But this time we'll see an example of how to allow your opponent to play the event first, and then you can decide how to use the operations points afterwards. Click and drag Romania Abdication from your hand, drop it onto the trigger event banner that appears after you start to drag. There it is. Drag card here to trigger the opponent's event. You will conduct operations afterward, okay? The USSR has gained control of Romania. Now you may use the ops points from Romania Abdication. Click and drag Romania Abdication again. Drop it onto the Place Influence banner that appears after you start to drag. Okay, there's a Place Influence. Thailand is a battleground country in Southeast Asia. It is usually a key country in the fight for Asia. You aren't allowed to place influence there now because you don't have influence in an adjacent country. Let's do something about that. Place 1 influence in Malaysia by clicking on the highlighted country. Okay? You now have influence adjacent to Thailand, but you still aren't allowed to place influence there because you weren't adjacent at the start of this action. Instead, let's spread out into Southeast Asia. Place 1 influence into Indonesia. Okay? And that means we have Indonesia. Your action round is over, and so is the first turn of the game. At the end of a turn, military operations is checked against the DEFCON status. Your opponent has sufficient military operations points, but you only gained 2 MilOps points this turn, and the DEFCON status is at 3, so you lose 1 victory point at the end of the turn. Oh, that's too bad.
The seeds of totalitarian regimes are nurtured by misery and want. They spread and grow in the evil soil of poverty and strife. They reach their full growth when the hope of a people for a better life has died.
We've begun turn 2. At the beginning of every turn, the DEFCON status improves by 1. Each player draws enough cards to have 8 cards in hand. You had 1 card held from the last turn, so you drew 7 new cards. Also, the China card has flipped over and is now available for you to play. Ah, I see. So you have 9 cards available to you this turn. You will choose one of them for your headline event, and you will need 6 of them for your action rounds. You should have 2 cards left at the end of the turn. although some events can add or remove cards from your hand. Okay. There are only 6 cards left in the draw pile, so the discard pile will be reshuffled after those cards are drawn during the start of turn 3. Europe scoring was played last turn, so you know that Asia scoring and Middle East scoring will both appear either this turn or next. Here's the Middle East scoring. This ends the Twilight Struggle overview tutorial. You may play on from this position, try to see what you can do to address the expanding Soviet presence in the Middle East, or spread your own influence in Asia. The world is your stage, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Good luck, Mr. or Madam President. Well, I think we'll leave it there because this is a very, very confusing game. Just a bit confusing. Just a little bit too confusing, I think. But it is a pretty cool game. Not a bad game, for sure. Very interesting, just very, very confusing. So now, we should get into the meat and potatoes of this stream. Give me 1 second to close this down real quick. How exactly does one do that? I can't escape. What does this do? Standard game rules help. That's just standard game rules. That's not what I'm looking for. We get rid of it. Apparently you don't. Apparently you can scroll. But it does not appear there's any way to get rid of it. Unless... what the hell? There we go. Maybe just click it again? Yeah, there we go. Oh. Those are to zoom to the certain phases. That's kind of cool. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and exit. And back. And quit. And then give me 1 moment while I go ahead and get... what was it? It's called Fighting Fantasy or Fighter Fantasy. Hold on real quick. What is it? Fighting Fantasy Legends. That's the name of it. And I also have another one called Fighting Fantasy Legends Portal, which I'm guessing is probably like a second version of it or something. But we'll try the first one first. This game looks interesting. This game looks really good. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this one. So while that's going ahead and verifying, I'll go ahead and change the ticker real quick. Fighting Fantasy Legends. There it is. Bam. Update information. And there we go. Successfully validated. And bam. Let's start it up. Probably going to... oh, actually, it's a window. Fantastic. It's not a window. It tricked me. Tricked me into believing it was a window. How dare it do that. Oh, please be able to be put in window mode. Please. I mean, at least it sounds good. It's super low. Oh, please. What is this? Window mode. Yes. But this is a gigantic freaking window. Can I make it smaller? I can. Cool. Now, I can't actually change the resolution, it seems like, but I can get it to pretty close, I guess. That looks decent-ish. Let's see how it looks. Switch on over to Fighting Fantasy. How does it look? It's not too bad. Can definitely do a little bit better. Let me grow that a little bit. Alright, how's that looking? This is the only thing I hate about games that don't actually have a dedicated resolution, is trying to fit them to the stream. Oh my god, I can really make this bigger, can't I? Is that better? Really? How is it not growing? Try again. How's that? Oh, it just looks stupid, doesn't it? It does. It looks stupid and stretched. How's that look? Alright, I think that looks pretty good. I don't think it's gonna get much better than that. I think that looks pretty okay. So this button right here was what I did to make it a window. But unfortunately, like I said, there is no actual... I'm going to make this large so it's easier to see on stream. But there is no actual... Why is this so low? So weird. It's so odd to have a game that's so freaking low. I suppose it'll work. It's probably coming through pretty loud anyway. One moment. Sorry about that. Hello, Unrivaled. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be trying Fighting Fantasy Legends. This game looks kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of game. How does it look now? I think it looks pretty good. Maybe I'm having a problem with this? Maybe that's why it's not filling out? Is it too far? Want me to go in? Oh my god. Nothing is making any difference. I'm just gonna guess that this is about right. It looks okay, doesn't it? Does it look okay? Does it not look like crap? Because I can't put it in exactly 1280 by 720. I just kind of have to eyeball the window. And I guess that kind of looks right. Pretty close. Very hard to tell. Because Windows doesn't give you any... It doesn't give you any, like, measuring tools or anything like that. I mean, I guess you could use this, but it doesn't really help that much. No, I'm not counting all those freaking pixels on that stupid little square box that you can make on the Windows desktop. I mean, that could be a way of getting it perfect, but I'm not going to count out 1280 pixels. No, thank you. That would take a million years. Anyway, let's try it. It doesn't seem like it has a tutorial, but maybe it has a tutorial inside. We can't do hero or legend. That's fine with me. Do adventure. Choose your hero's name. Big Leg? A terrible name. Hey. Oh no, I can't. It's Stubbs! Stubbs the zombie! You can't actually change your name. That's pretty bad. Let's just see. We'll just click a whole bunch of times and bam! Beaufred. Alrighty then. Choose an avatar for your hero. Elf, dwarf, or barbarian. Let's be a barbarian this time. I like barbarians. Rogue. Select skill and luck values. Minimum 6, maximum 12. Select one special skill. Alright. So what do we have here? What is this? This is luck and that's skill. Skill reflects a hero's swordsmanship and fighting experience, and luck represents how lucky your hero is. Let's try for... How many actually points do we get? Oh, okay, I see it. They're here. We're gonna go for, like... Ooh. Really? Damn. Oh, I guess that's basic. So this is stamina. Okay, so we're gonna be a little less lucky and just a little more skillful. No, you know what? Let's go with like 8 luck, 10 skill, more stamina. Okay. So what do we got here? A small chance of automatic success during skill tests. A small chance of automatic success during luck tests. That might be better. You are unaffected by curses. Well, that sounds kind of nice. Gain extra experience points whenever XP is gained. That sounds good too. Lose less stamina when traps are triggered. That also sounds good. These all sound good. Whenever you gain gold pieces, you gain 1 extra. I guess we'll do the small chance of automatic success during luck tests, because we're going to have a lower luck stat. Let's try it. See what happens. Hopefully it's not too low. It does look like it's coming through pretty well. I think it's just not coming through my headset really well. Maybe I accidentally turned it down. That could be what happened. After a long walk through the Outlands, you arrive at a junction which leads to the town of Silverton. You can move along or move around by clicking movement arrows or buttons. Choose the glowing Silverton button. Okay, go. So you actually get to see your person move in here and everything. As you enter Silverton, something strikes you as not being quite right. The people look nervous and on edge. You notice that all of the windows on the buildings have great iron grills bolted over them, and the doors have been strengthened too. You spot a tavern called the Old Toad. Perhaps the patrons of the tavern could shed some light on the strange feeling in the town. Choose an action from the two options below. Let's enter the tavern. You enter the Old Tavern, but are somewhat surprised that no one wants to talk to you. You ask the innkeeper for a room, but he ignores you and shuffles over to the great oak door of the tavern and pushes 6 large iron bolts into place. Suddenly there is a loud knocking at the door, followed by a voice shouting, "Open up! This is Owen Carolith," I guess that's his name. The innkeeper slides open the bolts, and a fat, balding man dressed in rich scarlet robes bursts into the tavern. He calls out to you urgently, "Stranger! I must speak to you. Please, it is important. My name is Owen Carliffe, and I'm the mayor of Silverton. We are in great danger. We are living under a terrible curse, and it is I who must rid us of it. 10 days ago, 2 messengers of evil rode into town on black stallions with fiery red eyes. They asked for me by name, and when I came to greet them, they wanted to take my beloved daughter Miral to stay with their master, Zanbar Bone, also known as the Night Prince. I refused, of course. The Night Prince was so angry he sent 6 moon dogs, each as strong as 4 men and each with razor-sharp fangs. They stalked the town, entering homes and killing the people inside. Each night the moon dogs return, and we are unable to sleep through fear. There is but one hope, and that rests with you, stranger. There is a man called Nicodemus, who, for reasons I'll never understand, lives in Port Blacksand to the west. The place is commonly called the City of Thieves, as it is the home to every pirate, brigand, assassin, and thief for hundreds of miles around. Nicodemus is a wise old wizard, who was a friend of mine many years ago, and he alone is capable of defeating Zanbar Bone. None here dare enter Port Blacksand, so I beg you to bring him to us. You will be well rewarded if you help us, stranger. Take these 30 gold pieces for your journey, and take this sword to use and keep. Alright, a short sword, a basic sword. Roll a level 1 weapon die in combat. I'll take it. Nicodemus the Wizard. You have gained a quest. Yes! You can view active quests in your quest log. That would be this. Nicodemus the Wizard. Find Nicodemus in Port Blacksand. Alright. Must be inventory? Yes. Short sword and my special skill. Alrighty. Alright. You wait until the coast is clear and step outside the tavern. You continue towards the town gates and leave Silverton, determined to reach Port Blacksand and find this man, Nicodemus. Alright, where do we go now? Head northwest to Port Blacksand. Oh boy. Let's do it. Oh boy. Your leftmost luck die... What? Your leftmost luck die has a golden clover symbol on it. Oh, this one I see. This is because you are naturally lucky. Whenever you test your luck, rolling this golden clover guarantees success, no matter what the result is. That must be because of my skill, I'm guessing. Uh-oh, wonder if there's gonna be a luck-based skill or skill test. As you approach the main gate, you are confronted by 2 guards. One of them says, "Who would enter Port Blacksand uninvited? State the nature of your business, or go back the way you came." You may tell him you wish to be taken to Nicodemus, tell him that you have stolen booty, or to sell, or to attack him. I'm just gonna go straight forward and say we're here for Nicodemus. The guard replies that he will summon an escort to take you to Nicodemus. He reaches up to a bell on the wall and rings it 3 times. Almost immediately, 2 other guards appear. You are surprised when the 2 guards grab you by the arms. The first guard laughs and says, "So you want to see Nicodemus, eh? How would you like to see the inside of a dungeon instead? Guards, take this fool away to be shackled and throw away the key. So we can either be taken away, try to fight, or bribe the guards." Well, I don't think I have that much gold. You know what, let's be taken away, see what happens. Maybe we can find something in the dungeon. You have been thrown into a jail cell. There is a frail, white-haired old man in the cell with you. You can hear the guards talking in the next room. You notice that your weapon has been taken off you. Oh man. Has been placed on the table just outside the cell, so it must be right here. Even though that's not what I had a short sword. The old man starts to speak. "Do you want me to set you free? Give me 10 gold pieces and I'll have you out in 5 minutes. The man then holds out his hand, palm upturned. I would like to be set free, so yeah, let's pay him. You hand the man 10 gold pieces. He reaches into his clothing and pulls out an iron key, telling you that it unlocks the cell door. In disbelief, you take the key and open the door. Look at that, it actually freaking worked. You look at the man and ask why he didn't escape himself. He smiles and shakes his head, saying that he makes a good living by helping people escape jail, and asks for his key back. You give him the key and leave the cell. Alright. You grab your weapon from the table. Alright, there's my short sword. Good. 2 jailers notice with amazement that you've broken out of your cell and attack. If you draw a monster card, you will enter combat to the death. Some monsters will be unlocked in your creature codex when killed. Alright, let's do it. The jailer. Fight! Oh yeah. Oh, the stamina is health, okay. What do I do? Guess I just roll the dice. Go for it! 2 hits. You only got 1 hit. What is this thing? Damn it, 2 hits again. Damn, 1 hit again, jeez. Come on, you gotta die, fool. Another 2 hits, that takes you down. The other jailer attacks. Oh no, not another one. Of course. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. I don't know what that actually did, though. I guess it just does 1 damage. Just like the red ones. Oh, look at all that damage! Holy crap. He got beaten the hell up. Oh, dice upgrade. What? You have reached the next XP target. Choose which dice to upgrade. So we can upgrade skill or upgrade luck. Let's go with skill. Oh, neat! That's what it does. It gives you more hits on a die. I like it. You've unlocked the title, The Novice. Awesome. A search of the room reveals 4 gold pieces and a merchant's pass to trade in Port Blacksand. When you draw a treasure card, you will take that card into your inventory. Click the inventory button to view all your treasures. Your treasures will appear at the bottom of the screen when they can be used. So here's the treasures. Okay. Alright. Merchant Pass. This pass is required to travel safely through Port Blacksand. Alright. Probably could have gotten that easily if I just said that I had stolen stuff and wanted to sell stuff. The streets of Port Blacksand are narrow and cobbled. Old and decrepit buildings line the streets. What have we got here? You will gain experience points whenever you complete quests, defeat monsters, or when you pass skill or luck tests. Your XP bar is shown on the left, between your skill and luck dice, so that's my XP bar. When this bar fills, you will have the chance to upgrade either your skill or luck dice. Alright. Market Street, Key Street, or Clock Street? Let's go to Key Street. Why does this have a 1? Hold on. Oh, the Stranger. Choose a title for your hero. I guess it doesn't really matter, but we'll be the Stranger instead. Or maybe the Novice is the new one? Yeah, that's probably the new one. It probably just gives you the new title. On your left, you see a large iron key hanging over a doorway of a small shop. A sign in the window reads J.B. Ragan's Locksmith. So we can either do this or keep walking on. Let's check out the shop. The locksmith, I think. In the shop is a bespectacled dwarf. Actually, it's bespectacled, my bad. Who is busy cutting a key on a cast iron treadle machine. You cough to get his attention, but he does not look up from his work. Finally, the machine comes to a halt, and the dwarf asks what you want. Let's ask him about Nicodemus. Your question produces a suspicious look on the face of the dwarf, and he raises one eyebrow. Then he says, I know Nicodemus, but what do you want of him? You may tell him that you need Nicodemus's help, or that you want to kill him. I'm gonna say I need his help. The dwarf jumps off his stool, his face full of hatred. He calls out 2 names, and 2 huge dogs appear from under a table with long fangs protruding from their slavering mouths? I think it's supposed to be salivating, maybe? Ragans points a finger at you, shouting, Kill the fiend of Nicodemus, or the friend of Nicodemus, and the dogs leap at you, barking wildly. You must fight them one at a time. Oh, man. Well, they're not too bad. They're better than the jailer. Man, what a lame roll. Ha! He missed. Take that, dog. Take it! Oh yeah, look at that damage! Boom! Overkill. The second dog pounces at you. Oh no. What is this thing? Oh, creature codex, okay. Fight! Roll those dice. Oh yeah! That was almost enough to kill him in one shot. Ooh, oh, you got a hit. Not great. There's gotta be a way to heal somehow. Roll! Yes! Boom! So I think the sword is basically just my weapon, and it just does 1 damage as well, so it's not really that amazing. During the fight, Ragans ran out of the shop, perhaps to get some help. You may quickly search the shop or hurry out. Let's search it. He was a dick. You quickly search the shop. Inside a wooden box on a shelf, you find 3 gold pieces and a bronze key. Ooh. Bronze key from the locksmith's shop, Port Blacksand. Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, he was a dick. He kind of deserves it. Yeah, see, it's a basic sword, roll a level 1 weapon die in combat, so it's just level 1. I guess it's just the same as these. I think they're level 1 as well. Alright, so now, let's leave. That didn't go as well as I was thinking. I thought he was going to be a friend of Nicodemus. Apparently people hate Nicodemus. We may want to store that information in our heads. As you walk along the street, a boy runs towards you and hands you a note on a piece of paper, then runs away. It reads, 6 arrows are pointed at you. Leave 5 gold pieces in the middle of the street and keep walking. Well, I don't want to die, and I can definitely drop the 5 gold pieces. Let's just do that. You drop 5 gold pieces on the floor and walk on, but glance back after hearing cries of jubilation. A small group of people are dancing around your 5 gold pieces. Whatever, it's just 5 gold. The door to the house on your right opens, although you cannot see anybody in the doorway. Enter the house? Sure. Check it out. Anybody here? Oh, is that Nicodemus? Inside the house, an old man sat in a chair, beckons you to sit on the bed. Alright, I'll sit. In an almost inaudible voice, the man says that he will heal all of your wounds for just 3 gold pieces. Probably don't need it right now. Nah, don't worry about it. You thank him anyway and leave his house. I'll keep my gold, thank you, buddy. If I was lower, maybe. Maybe that's how you heal. When you find floating question marks, you will draw the top card from a deck of cards, which you must encounter. Oh boy, what's it gonna be? Each location has its own deck of cards made up of monsters, treasures, traps, and other events. The deck is shuffled at the start of the game, and you will always draw the top card from the deck. Let's do it. When you draw an event card, you must follow the instructions on the card. If the card includes a luck or skill test, the target score will be shown on the dice icon at the top left of the card. That's what it is. The points in skill and luck are the number of dice that you roll. That's it. Yep. That's it, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like I put in. I think that's what I put in. Pretty sure that's what I put in. I think so. And remember, I've got this extra upgraded die, too. Alright, let's do it. Wait, what does it say? Luck or skill test, the target score will be shown on the dice icon at the top left of the card. Okay. You feel a slight tug at your coin purse. Oh no. Thief event. Has someone stolen some of your gold? Roll 4 luck dice and lose 1 piece of gold for each blank. Oh no, don't do that. Ah, they're all blank! I lost all my gold. Well, I lost 4 gold anyway. That's too bad. While most of the houses on this street are small, cramped, and dark, the house on the right is painted bright red. The door has a welcome sign hanging from it. Let's go check it out. Hello? Doesn't seem to be anybody here. Almost everything in this house is red. Should we check this room or this room? Let's check this one. This is the bedroom. You find nothing of interest in this room. Oh, man. Hello? In this room, you notice a golden scorpion and a silver scorpion on the table. Check them. Choose a scorpion to examine more closely. Let's check out the gold scorpion. Inspecting the scorpion, you see that it is a brooch. Pin the brooch to your clothing? Maybe? Shoot, what if the silver one's a brooch too? What if one of these is needed to get in somewhere? Which one? Well, I like gold better, so yeah, let's do it. Pin the gold scorpion brooch to your clothing. This scorpion brooch grants good fortune. Can be used to pass luck tests. Oh, cool. Check out the scorpion? Sure. Inspecting the scorpion, you see that it is a brooch. Oh, nice. Pin the brooch to your clothing? Sure. You pin the silver scorpion brooch to your clothing. Nice. This silver brooch will heal you 1 stamina point after every battle. Oh, I love it! Yeah! Nice! Maybe I won't need that healer after all. Oh, shit! I just saw that trapdoor. You are startled by the trapdoor to your right opening. Climbing out of it is a strange-looking creature with a long snout and deep red, scaly skin. From its jaw protrudes rows of sharp teeth, and a long pink tongue darts quickly in and out between them. The creature looks up and stares at you. The creature is outraged that you have stolen its property. Smoke curls from its nostrils as its fury mounts. A blast of fire shoots at you from its jaw. Oh no. Test your luck. Target score 4? Holy shit. Should I just do this to just pass the luck test? You know, I'm gonna do it. I don't want to get burned. Screw that. The blast misses, but you must fight the creature. Well, at least I didn't take any damage. Holy crap, he's got a lot of stamina. Well, that's alright, dude. I have the power! Roll it! Oh, God. I'm sorry, I don't have the power. Ha! Missed. Fool. Roll my dice, yes. Only 2? Really? Oh, man. Ooh, you only got 1. Okay, that's not too bad. This is dangerous, though, because he's got a potential to hit for really hard. Take him out. Come on. Ooh, that's 3 hits. Ouch. Ooh, ouch. That is really not good. Come on. Damn it. Ooh, he's a 3-star monster, too. Crap. What have I gotten myself into? He's dead! Yes! And I even got to attack with my sword. And a dice upgrade, too. You know what? Let's upgrade luck. What'd that do? Oh, it just adds a normal luck to that die. Okay. You leave the house and continue north. Alright. That was dangerous. But we still have the Silver Scorpion, so instead of having 9 stamina, we now have 10 stamina. Very nice. But I do believe that that is only after battles, is what it says? Yeah, after every battle. Oh, man. Too bad it's not after every event. That would be nice. When you draw a trap card, you must follow the instructions on the card. The Trap Knowledge special skill will reduce damage caused by traps. If the card includes a luck or skill test, the target score will be shown on the dice icon at the top left of the card. Okay? You hear a whistling noise. Hail of arrows. It's a trap. Arrows fly at you from nearby. Roll 4 of your luck dice and lose 1 stamina for each blank. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. No! God, I'm so bad at luck. I didn't realize it was going to be so important. You spot something out of the corner of your eye. It's a kitty. A black cat startles you and runs across your path. A luck die is cursed. Oh no, 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 no. What does that mean? You spot something out of the corner of your eye. It's a rope. Rope trap? Oh no. You find a coil of rope. You pick it up, and it attempts to wrap itself around your neck. Test your luck. Keep trying until you shake it off. You lose 2 stamina for each failure. Oh my god. But it only needs 1 to succeed, so let's do it. What does this mean? Does that mean it automatically fails? No. Unlucky, yes. Oh, crap. What did it... Don't do it, don't do it! Why is it doing this and I think every time? Oh, that cursed die is horrible. I'm gonna die. Yep, I'm dead. Oh, that cursed die is the worst. It won't stop being cursed. Oh, I didn't die. Oh, did I die? Yep, you fall to the ground and everything goes black. Oh my god. That was ridiculous. You're not sure how much time has passed when you finally open your eyes. The chaotic noises of Port Black Sand seem distant, and you realize you're now outside the city. You are on the north bank of the Catfish River, so presumably a city guard found you and threw you into the river. Oh, lucky. You get to your feet and feel a sharp pain run down your leg. You curse your bad luck, but are determined to try again. Oh my god, another freaking curse. One of your skill dice has an injury. If you roll the injury symbol during any skill test, you automatically fail. Oh, that's terrible. Visit a town to rest at an inn and replenish your stamina. Some towns may offer to heal your injuries for a price. The towns of Cod and Mirewater have places of rest. One of your luck dice is now cursed. If you roll the curse symbol during any luck test, you automatically fail. And apparently you roll it all the time. Curses can be removed at the city of Shazar, to the south, or by various people of Alonzia who offer this service. I see. You failed to find the location of Nicodemus in Port Black Sand. You should return to the city and try to find him. Alright. But we don't want to do that yet, we want to go heal. I don't have much gold, though. Signpost reads, north is Cod, west is Danger, east is Mirewater, and south is Port Black Sand. West is Danger. That must be up here. No, that's Cod. That's west. Well, we want to go to Mirewater, I believe. You failed to find the location. Yeah. Whatever. I'm going to Mirewater. As you approach the town gate of Mirewater, you are confronted by a crossbow-wielding dwarf who appears to be a guard. Oh, good. The dwarf is aggressive and demands to know where your allegiances lie. How do you respond? Mirewater? The dwarf slowly lowers his crossbow, opens the town gate, and allows you inside. Thank God. So you may pay 1 gold piece to rest at an inn and replenish your stamina to its initial level, or pay 10 gold pieces to heal an injury. 1x on your skill die is removed. Just the skill die? Oh, I do have an X on my skill die. Well, I guess I'll rest first, and I'll definitely get rid of that skill die thing. Leave town. And where did they say that other one was? Was it Con? Or Cod? Must be. The only other place I can go. You may pay 1 gold piece. Oh no, that's only for resting. I can't do it because I don't have enough gold. Crap. Well, that's not great. Alright, well, let's go back to Blackwater here. Or Port Blacksand, I think. Oh god, not stupid fucking guards again. As you approach the main gate, you are confronted by 2 guards. One of them says, "Who would enter Port Blacksand uninvited? State the nature of your business or go back the way you came." Oh, we can use the merchant pass, though. We can tell them that I have this. He makes a sweeping gesture with his arm, and you walk past them both into the city. Haha! I think I still have it. I don't think I gave it to them. Pretty sure I'm just able to be in here now. Well, Key Street was a shitty place. Not my favorite place. Do I still have my thing or not? Yeah, I still have the merchant pass. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I still have it. Let's go Clock Street this time. I'm probably going to end up dying again. You see a small boy face down on the floor with a hood pulled over his face. He is groaning. Help the boy? Sure. He looks like he's hurt. You bend down to help the boy, and he flashes a dagger at you. Oh, great. You are attacked by a goblin. Fantastic. Well, at least he's only a 1 star. This shouldn't be too bad. And I don't have my cursed die, so that's good. Because apparently you roll curses all the time. Wow, I totally missed. At least he totally missed too, though. That's good. Oh my god, I totally miss again. Jesus Christ. I have an upgraded die and everything. You can tell it's upgraded, and I'm still freaking always missing. There we go. 3 hits. Nice. Oh, you got 1. That's not too bad. I can heal that. Oh. 2, he's dead. Yes. Nice. You search the dead goblin and find a clove of garlic and 2 gold pieces. Clove of garlic. A clove of garlic, primarily a cooking ingredient. Maybe it's useful. What's going on here? You spot something interesting on the ground. Ooh, that looks like a 4-leaf clover. Lucky clover. Pop one of these into your mouth to remove 1 curse from a luck die. What? Hell yeah, dude. Give me that right now. Thank you. As you pass the house to the right, you can notice that the door is open. You can hear murmuring coming from inside. Alright, let's check what's over here. Anybody here? Oh god, it's a giant monster. Inside the house is a human-like creature, some 3 meters tall, crouching on the floor. He looks very worried and is muttering to himself. The lumps on his face are the distinguishing marks of an ogre. Before you are able to speak a word, the ogre's voice booms out saying, "Somebody has stolen all my food! Will you give me 5 gold pieces to buy some?" Of course I will. I'm a nice guy. The ogre snatches your money and tells you to get out of his house. Sure. See ya. You leave the house and return to the road. I don't know, maybe he'll pay it forward someday. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe I wasted gold. Who cares? You spot something interesting on the ground. What is that? Is that gold? Oh, scattered on the floor, you find 3 gold pieces. Awesome. I'll take those gold. Thank you very much. Oh, what's here? One of the locals of Port Blacksand tries to grab your attention. What have you got, dude? Old man event. The old man hobbles towards you. He says he'll give you some advice for 2 gold pieces. Alright, sure. The old man takes your money and offers you the following advice. You must seek Nicodemus the wizard. He then hobbles away. Oh, thanks, old man. As if I didn't know that. Jesus. On the left is a flower shop. The window is filled with exotic and colorful flowers. Let's check it out. Hello, person. Inside the shop, an old woman is busily watering the flowers and plants. She looks up and smiles, saying, "Hello, my name is Mrs. Pipe. Can I interest you in one of my special flowers?" "I'm interested." She explains that she has just picked one of her golden flowers. There are 10 golden petals on the flower, and you are told that if dipped in dog's blood, ugh, each petal plucked and thrown on the ground will change into a gold piece. Mrs. Pipes says that you can buy a golden flower from her for just 5 gold pieces. Surely a bargain. Ooh, man, that would be all in gold. Is it worth it? How do you actually dip it in dog's blood? I mean, I guess it would be if you fight dogs, but I only fought those 2 dogs. I doubt that would happen again, but I guess. I mean, it's gonna pay for itself if it's true. Turns into 10 gold pieces when in contact with dog's blood. Huh. Maybe it just happens altogether. I don't know. Maybe we'll run into a dog. To the left is another shop. An iron grill over the window prevents you from seeing what kind of shop it is. Well, let's check it out. I mean, it is a shop. I wonder what I gotta do with this garlic. Well, I'm gonna go check it out. This is probably a terrible idea. Oh, hello, dude. Once inside the shop, you realize why the windows are barred. It is a jeweler's shop. Standing behind the counter is a huge, bald-headed man with an eye patch covering his left eye. He gives you a welcoming smile, but the sight of his ugly mouth, with its few black-stained teeth, does not inspire confidence. You notice an axe within grabbing range of the man, probably to deter any would-be robbers. On display are several ornate rings, inset with diamonds, emeralds, and rubies. We could inquire about the rings or attack the shopkeeper. Let's just inquire about the rings. There's a ring of invisibility, a ring of fire, or a bronze ring. The jeweler carefully shows you the bronze ring and says, Madame Star sold this to me just yesterday, but it's yours for just 7 gold pieces. I'm not gonna buy it. Let's see what else he's got. Ring of fire. The jeweler shows you the ring of fire and says, this thing will keep you warm on a long trek across the Icefinger Mountains. It's yours for just 8 gold pieces. Fine? No, I don't have any money, dude. What about this ring of invisibility? The jeweler glances at the ring and says, ah, this interesting piece will cost you 10 gold pieces. You buying? No. Well, damn, I don't want to attack him. Seems like a bad idea. Clock Street ends at a 4-way junction. The street continuing west changes its name to Key Street, and the street running north and south is called Market Street. Looking north, you see a crowd of people cheering wildly and waving their arms in the air. You decide to head that way. Oh, well, I guess there's no choice. Uh-oh, what's going on here? You catch up with the chanting crowd, and the street opens up to a large market area. There are various stalls with vendors, hawkers, musicians, and entertainers carrying on their business. In the middle of the market is an elevated pillory. You hear a trumpet sound, and suddenly the crowd starts to pelt the man in the pillory with rotten fruit. Oh, poor dude. Well, I guess I'll head over to the right. Hello? You approach a small circle of people standing around a bare-chested man. He is enormous. His muscles look as hard as iron. He is asking the crowd for volunteers to play catch with a cannonball. He says whoever drops the cannonball must pay the other however many gold pieces they want to risk. Take him on? No. I'm gonna say no. It's probably a bad idea. You come to a brightly colored tent. Attached to it is a sign that reads Madame Star. Oh, that was the one that sold the ring. Clairvoyant. Madame Star is sat at the front of the tent. She says that a glimpse of the future will cost you 2 gold pieces. She also offers to remove any curses you might have, or take cursed items from you, for 10 pieces each. Well, I don't have any money, I'm sorry. I used up all my money getting that golden thing. I'm never gonna find any dog blood, am I? The door to the house on the right is open slightly. Let's check it out. Looks dilapidated. It is dilapidated. Litter and rubbish is strewn all over the floor in this derelict house. There is a chair in the corner. Guess we could sit in the chair. I mean, I don't know why you would. You notice, oh shit! You notice something slither across the floor, and before you could get to your feet, you see in the half light You are encircled by 6 snakes, each a meter long. Oh god. So I can try and run for the door or attack the snakes. Let's try and run for the door. Oh god. You leap over the snakes and run for the door. Test your luck. Target score 3. I did it! Woo! I did it! Holy crap. Thank god I didn't roll my curse. You reached the door safely. Thank god. I don't want to fight snakes. Ahead, you see a wooden bridge stretching over a dirty river. Strong wind makes an eerie noise as it whistles through the bridge structures, reminding you of tortured souls crying for help. Almost hidden from view to the left, you spot a small flight of steps leading down to a wooden hut. Let's go this way. Maybe this is Nicodemus. Who knows? Nicodemus? Drawn curtains obstruct your view into the hut. But you know you are not welcome when you read the words "Keep Out" painted on the door in large red letters. Let's knock anyway. You hear muttering and the shuffling of feet, and suddenly the door is thrown open. Oh, it's Nicodemus, I think. He looks like a wizard. Before you stands a white-haired old man with a long beard wearing long robes. He looks at you sternly and says, "Explain yourself to Nicodemus." It is Nicodemus, we found him. You have completed the quest. Woohoo! Nicodemus the wizard is complete. Dice upgrade. Nice. Let's see. If I upgrade luck, what would happen? Would I lose my curse? Let's try it. No, it just gives me an upgrade. Does that mean I lost my upgrade? Because I did upgrade luck, I'm sure I did. You explain to Nicodemus that you are on a quest to end Zanbar Bones' reign of terror in the town of Silverton. He says he is too old to help, but will tell you how to complete the quest yourself. He explains the items you need and where you need to go. You've gained a quest, a city of thieves. You will need something special to protect yourself from Bones' entrancing stare. For this, you will need to have a white unicorn and a yellow sun tattooed on your forehead. What? You have gained a quest. Get a tattoo. Next, normal weapons will not harm him, so you must pierce his heart with a silver arrow or throwing knife. This will paralyze him but not kill him. You gained a quest. Find a silver throwing knife. When he is paralyzed, you must quickly rub the ground compound of black pearl, hag's hair, and lotus flower in his open eyes. With luck, he will decay before you in seconds. That sounds crazy. You've gained a new quest. Find black pearls. Alright. Find a clump of hag's hair. Find a lotus flower. The items you need for the compound might be found in Port Blacksand, although I haven't heard of any hags roaming the city. They usually lurk underground, in sewers or other foul-smelling areas. I regret I cannot accompany you. When you have everything you need, you must travel to Dark Tower, which is north of Port Blacksand. You must not go there without these valuable items, or you will surely perish. A silver throwing knife might also help against Zanbar Bones' servants, which are known as Spirit Stalkers. Oh, great. Spirit Stalkers are evil, soulless creatures which do not die easily, and piercing their heart with silver may work. He shakes your hand and wishes you good luck. You return to the bridge. Oh, God. Sounds dangerous. Oh, what's this? A strange commotion up ahead catches your eye. A carriage event. Make way for Lord Azur, or whatever his name is. A horse-drawn carriage hurtles towards you. Test your luck. Lucky, you dive out of the way. Unlucky, you lose 2 stamina. Oh, man. Let's do it. Don't get the curse. Oh, I'm so unlucky. Unlucky. Ouch. He's not the most agile of people, is he? Or the most agile of heroes, I should say. pretty funny, though. So do we go to Candle Street or Harbor Street? Let's try Harbor Street. Let's just go around. Let's not take the alleyway. What do we have here? The street opens out to a quayside, whatever that is. The stone jetty runs out to sea to the west. I guess that's supposed to be SEA, as in actual sea, not sea. And tied to it is an old galleon. It is flying the Skull and Crossbones and is probably one of the many pirate ships that anchor in Port Blacksand to offload their booty. We could approach the ship, go to Lobster Wharf, or return to Harbor Street. I'm going to approach the ship and just see if maybe there's anybody that wants to talk. I'm going to get in trouble, I know. Oh god, it's a pirate. A gangplank leads up to the ship here. At the top of the gangplank stands one of the ship's crew. On seeing you, he draws his cutlass and warns you not to board his ship. Alright, well, we'll return to the street. I don't want to be fighting no pirate. Not for right now. Let's go this way. Go to Clog Street or Quayside. Let's go to Quayside. Huh? There's a group of old women here cleaning fish and mending fishing nets. They chat to each other and bellow with laughter. Let's try talking to them. The jolly fishwives' plump cheeks are as round and shiny as red apples. Ask them about... Ooh, we can ask them about something. Let's ask them about rumors. One of the women looks around before quietly saying, an evil sorcerer named Zanbar Bone has been terrorizing the town of Silverton with his vicious moon dogs. The women then get back to cleaning fish and laughing amongst themselves. You move on. Oh, that's it? I only got to ask them about one thing? That sucks. You are confronted by some men. They demand that you pay their tax of 2 gold pieces or they will attack you. Well, I don't have 2 gold pieces, so... I would love to pay, but you don't have enough gold pieces. Okay, well, I guess it's fighting time. They're only a 2-star. We can do it. We've beaten a 3-star. Oh, yeah, 3 damage. Nice. Ooh, 3 damage from them, too. Jeez, that's not good. Roll it. Nice. 2 damage. Good. No damage. Or was that 1? No, that was no. Good. Get him! Yes! 5 damage. Dead. Overkill. I got nothing for that. To your left is a candle shop with brightly colored wax candles in the window. Go check it out. Inside the shop, an elf is pouring hot wax from an iron pan into a mold. He turns to speak to you, and you notice his ice blue eyes. For some reason, they appear very cold to you. Good day, sir. May I interest you in one of my magical blue candles for only 5 gold pieces? Or, if you're looking for something imbued with the most powerful of magics, I can show you my purple candles. I don't have any gold, dude. See ya. If only I had gold, but I'm not finding any gold. I was kind of hoping those guys would have gold. Maybe I could attack the pirate for gold? It seems like a really bad idea with low health. The sign outside the shop to the north reads Ben Borryman Silversmith. Oh, he's a silversmith. Hello, dude. A man wearing a white apron is busy polishing a silver goblet. Ooh, he might be able to do the silver daggers. There are several silver objects inside a glass cupboard at the back of the shop, which is secured by an iron grill. I'll just talk to him for now. You ask the silversmith if he has any silver throwing knives for sale. He says that he does not, but he will make you one for 10 gold pieces. I don't have the money, dude. I can't find gold at all. There's a question mark up there. I'm gonna head this direction though. See what we can find. Oh, look, it's a sewer. I bet that goes to the hags. The manhole cover here is slightly open, leading down into the city's sewer. We should probably not go there yet. Seems like a bad idea. Go this way. The city is very big. Stable Street or Tree Lane? Let's go to Tree Lane. Question mark. Oh, geez. You are approached by two men, each carrying a spiked club. They have red stars tattooed on their foreheads. They are intent on robbing you. Oh, great. Oh, they're only 1 star. Ha ha. Vagabonds, be gone! 3 damage. Nice. That's half their health right there. Ooh, 2 damage. Yikes. They can only do a maximum of 5 damage. Yes! They're dead! Ha! Take that, bitches. The only bad thing is, see, I didn't get anything. I'm never actually getting anything. You spot something interesting on the ground. What is it? A tome! You find an old book which describes training techniques, plus 5 experience. Nice. That's cool. Although I would have really liked gold. You see a sign which reads, Public Gardens, entry 1 gold piece. Well, can't do that. I have no gold. Could you maybe give me some gold? That would be nice. Uh-oh. You spot the leader of the Red Star gang, who says he can kill you single-handedly. Oh, boy. He's a 2-star. Oh, jeez. I guess 10 means he can roll 10 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Yikes. Come on, dude. That's 2 damage. That's not great. Well, you only did 2 damage, too, so that's fair. Do it. Oh, yeah. 4 damage. Nice. Boom. Okay. Ooh, he did 3. It's dangerous. Roll. There's 2. And I wish that would have been 3. There's 2 more. Dang. He's really giving me the work over. There we go. Boom. Take that, bitch. Another dice upgrade. Awesome. Shoot. Let's upgrade luck again. Ooh, it took away the curse, I think. Nice! I don't know what it necessarily means, though. Is that as upgraded as that die can get? Or maybe it can do better? I mean, I can't click it. Alright, let's move on. To your left, you see a shop with a sign outside which reads Jack Stone's Pawn Shop. Oh, maybe I can get some gold here. The pawn shop has many different items strewn across the counter and on shelves lining the walls. The shopkeeper looks up at you, enter, and says, Ah, hello there! You look like the adventuring type, so I'm sure I can interest you in some great items, but I have no money, so we really can't. Are you buying or selling? Selling! The shop owner has a good look at your items and decides that there is nothing of interest to him. Oh, god. What have you got to buy? You might be interested in my crate of mystery. Over the years, I've had many adventurers like yourself come into my shop and sell me the things they've found from all over the land. For a mere 10 gold pieces, I'll let you reach into my crate and pull out 1 item, which is then yours to keep. It could be anything. Sounds exciting, eh? I don't have any money. I'm sorry, dude. Goodbye. He doesn't want to buy my garlic. Nobody wants my freaking garlic. What is the garlic even good for? You see 2 huge guards wearing the black uniform of Lord Azur. As they get closer, you see that they are trolls, brutal mercenaries employed by Lord Azur as Imperial elite guards. You see a tree which is almost as tall as the city wall. I'll try climbing the tree. The guards see what you're doing and run towards the tree. Oh no. Aha! I'm up in the tree. You climb the tree and realize you must jump a distance of 2 meters between the branch and the top of the wall. Oh god. The guards are waiting for you below, so there is no alternative but to jump. Oh man. To successfully jump across the gap, you must pass a skill test. Target score 2. I can probably do that. Oh, barely. Jeez. Whew. That was rough. Skillful. Nice. It's a close shave, but you just about manage to grip the edge of the wall with your fingertips. You pull yourself up onto the tower. Ooh. Jump to freedom! You land heavily on the ground below, lose 3 stamina. God. Oh. Well, I guess that was just leaving altogether. Alright, well, I mean, I can't rest. What am I gonna do? I have no gold. I still have absolutely no gold. I mean, I could go this way, but that's death, pretty much. Oh, what's over here, I wonder? I wasn't able to go over here before. You are heading further east when a white dove lands on the ground near you. A small piece of paper is attached to its foot, which you remove before it flies off. The paper has a message written on it which says, "Dear friend, although the plight of Silverton is of utmost importance, you may want to visit my old friend Yaztromo, who lives in a tower at the southern tip of the Darkwood Forest. He is a powerful wizard who may be able to help and might need your help too. Safe travels, N." N. You have gained a quest. Find Yaztromo near Darkwood Forest. Okay. Okay. I guess it's over there somewhere. Let's check this out. What's this? You head east towards Darkwood Forest to find Yaztromo's tower. Guess we can't go here. Oh, I guess that's over there. Never mind. I thought that was a bridge. I think it might be a bridge, but maybe it just doesn't lead over there. Let's check it out. Seems like a bad idea. Yaztromo's tower. Alright, let's check it out. I mean, I can't get any gold, so might as well, right? You arrive at Yaztromo's stone tower, which is set back some 50 meters from the path which leads deeper into Darkwood Forest. You walk up to the huge oak door and ring a large brass bell. You wait anxiously at the door and hear slow footsteps descending stairs from the tower above. A small wooden slot in the door slides open and 2 eyes appear and examine you. "Well, who are you?" demands a grumpy old voice through the hole. You answer that you are an adventurer in search of Yaztromo, and have been sent by Nicodemus. Oh, that's what N was, okay. "Oh, well, in that case, you had better come up. I am Yaztromo." You follow the huffing and puffing old man in his tattered robes up the spiral staircase to a large room at the top of the tower. Shelves, cupboards, and cabinets line the walls, all filled with bottles, jars, weapons, scrolls, armor, and all manner of strange artifacts. You have completed a quest! Hooray, that wasn't too bad. Yaztromo shuffles past the general collector and slumps down in an old chair. He reaches into his top pocket and pulls out a fragile pair of gold-rimmed spectacles. Placing these on his nose, he picks up a large silver plate, which has several small cakes on it, and holds it out in front of you. Oh man, am I gonna have to pick a cake to eat? And like, one is gonna be good and the rest are gonna be terrible or something like that? I don't know. It'd be pretty crazy though. "Help yourself to these delicious sugared cakes," he says, then places the plate on a small table. "So, if Nicodemus has sent you, then this must be important. What can I do for you?" "I don't know." You explain the curse that has befallen Silverton, and your quest to kill Zanbar Bone. Yaztromo watches you intently as you tell him the full story, whilst munching on one of the sugared cakes. "Oh dear," he says, "a grave situation indeed. I may be able to help you find the hag's hair you are looking for. I have read that hags can often be found in sewers, and there is a sewer beneath Port Blacksand. I already knew about that. If you cannot find one there, then there may just be one more place you could try." Yaztromo seems temporarily lost in thought. "If you are brave enough to take on the powerful Night Prince, then I think you just might have it in you to rid the world of 2 other powerful sorcerers who endanger our lands. Zagor the Warlock and Balthus Dire." Oh, man. We'll ask about Zagor. "Zagor is surely one of the greatest sorcerers ever seen in all of Titan, but one born of evil intent. He currently resides deep within Firetop Mountain, a place he has filled with the deadliest traps and most terrifying monsters. It is told that Zagor protects a vast treasure inside the mountain, but you will need courage, determination, and a fair amount of luck to survive and reach his innermost chambers. If you wish to take on this dangerous quest, then you should start at the village of Anvil to the north, and ask the villagers there if they have any information which will help you. Gastromo takes another sugared cake from the silver plate and then continues. The lawful good folk of the Vale of Willow have lived for years in fear of the demi-sorcerer Balthus Dire. Word leaked from his domain a black tower built within crag and rock of his plans to conquer the Vale itself. Balthus Dire has recruited an army of chaotics and is preparing to attack the Vale as we speak. King Solomon? Pretty close to Salmon. Of the city of Salamonis, or Salamonis, requires help in this urgent matter, so you should go and see him. Gastromo tells you that you should visit Anvil and Salamonis, and find out as much as you can before taking on these dangerous foes. Oh, he says, I nearly forgot. There is a sewer beneath Balthus Dire's Black Tower, so look for a hag there. You can have one of my cakes to take with you. You have gained a quest. Visit the village of Anvil, and visit the city of Salamonis. And a cake. A delicious cake, which replenishes 5 stamina when eaten. Alright. Good luck, brave adventurer. Alonzia's future is in your hands. You thank Gastromo and make your way down the stairs out of the tower. We're gonna eat this because my stamina is looking pretty low. Get out of here. There's Chalice. Where's this? Oh man, I don't have any gold. You can replenish your stamina to its initial level. I think that's all they do, really. Check out what's down south. A signpost here reads, northwest is Chalice, southwest is Salamonis and Shazar, and southeast is Coven. Or Coven. I'll go check that out. Coven. Jeez. Not very useful. How are you supposed to get freaking gold in this game? Signpost here reads, Coven and Chalice this way. Southwest is Shazar and Silverton, and this way is Salamonis. So we need to go to Salamonis, so let's go this way. What's here? Southwest is Danger, Salamonis, and Coven and Chalice. Okay, so we want to go this way. We don't want to go to the Danger. You have completed a quest! Hooray! King Solomon welcomes you enthusiastically when you arrive and explains his plan. A battle could be avoided without bloodshed if Balthus Dire were to be assassinated before his army could be amassed. The mission ahead of you is extremely perilous. Balthus Dire is surrounded in his black tower by a multitude of appalling creatures. As well as your own strength and cunning, there may be times when powerful magic scrolls will aid you. An apprentice mage will meet you at the foot of the hill upon which Balthus Dire's tower sits, and provide a selection of powerful spell scrolls for you to take with you. King Solomon wishes you good luck on your adventure and tells you that Black Tower can be found south of here. Citadel of Chaos. Fuck, how can I get gold? Will I ever get gold? I'm not gonna take that on without gold. Let's head to Silverton, maybe? Northwest is Silverton. South is Shazar. Well, we haven't been to Shazar, so let's check that out. Probably just gonna be another one of these. Also known as the City of Madness, curses can be removed from luck dice here for a price. I don't understand how you're supposed to get gold in this game. apparently I used all my gold. I guess you don't ever get gold again. Yes. So north is Water. This is Silverton. That's Shazar. Yep. Let's head to Silverton. If maybe he'll give me some more gold? Nope. Of course not. Why would he give me more gold? So we have plenty of quests. I mean, I still have that item, don't I? Yeah, I still have that golden flower that wants dog's blood. How am I gonna find a dog? I mean, that's a way of getting gold, that's for sure. Yeah, let's just go back to Port Blacksand. Yeah, here. I have my port pass. Yeah. Now, I think there is one place that we haven't explored. I think we explored all of Clock Street. We didn't finish Key Street, and we haven't explored Market Street either. Let's go with Market Street. See if there's anything here. Ah, to the left of the street, you see the entrance to a small herbalist shop. Looking through the window, you see many sacks of different herbs on the floor. There's an open sign on the door, and you can see someone behind a counter inside the shop. Okay, let's check it out. Attack the man-orc? A small bell rings as the door opens, and a creature wearing a brown apron over his clothing looks up at you from behind the counter. He appears human-like, but has very ugly features and pointed teeth. You realize he is a crossbreed. Half man, half orc. The herbalist tells you that you can purchase a smoking mixture and pipe for 2 gold pieces, or a healing mixture for 4 gold pieces. Choose one to purchase, or leave the shop and head north. I guess we're gonna leave, because there's nothing to do. On the right side of the street is a tavern called the Spotted Dog. Okay. Sure. What have we got here? You enter a dingy, smoke-filled room. Seated at a table are the most mean and shifty-looking rogues you have ever seen. Behind the bar stands the innkeeper wearing a grubby apron. He is quite old, bald, and has an ugly black scar running down his right cheek. You can talk to the innkeeper, sit down with some dwarves who are playing a dice game, sit at a table with 2 goblins who are arguing, sit down with 3 men who appear to be stabbing themselves with daggers, or leave the tavern. Let's talk to the innkeeper. You order a drink and the innkeeper scowls, telling you that he doesn't serve people from out of town. He pulls out a dagger and slams it into the bar top, telling you to leave. Alright, fine, let's leave. You leave the Spotted Dog and continue north. Well, that wasn't very helpful. I mean, I could fight, but my stamina's not looking so great. Outside the house to the left is a large wooden kennel. Approach the house? Yes. Maybe it's a dog. You hear growls and loud barking coming from inside the kennel, and suddenly an enormous wolf rushes out of the kennel straight at you. A long chain is attached to its collar, and this may stop it from reaching you. Test your luck. Target score 2. Oh yeah, we did it. 3. Nice. Lucky. The chain pulls taut, and the wolf jerks to a halt. You continue towards the house. Damn, I wish he would have got to me. I could have killed him and then put that flower in his blood and got 10 gold. That would have been nice. You try to turn the large brass handle on the door, but it is locked. Ah. You may either try to force the door open or return to the street and head north. Don't I have a key? Try to force it open, I suppose. You push the door with your shoulder with all your might. Test your skill. Target score 4. Jeez. Oh, I didn't make it. Damn it. Clumsy. The door remains firmly shut. You decide not to risk injury to yourself and walk back to the street, continuing northwards. God damn it. Where is the gold? You spot something out of the corner of your eye. Pedro, it's a dog. Pedro will accompany you and sniff out one extra gold piece whenever you gain gold pieces. Wow, that would be freaking nice, wouldn't it? If I could ever get some stupid gold pieces. And I sacrifice the dog to the gods. Dang it. It's too bad, but he is a 4-star. Could I ever gain gold at all? That'd be nice. Let's see if we're gonna try the other way now. Let's see what's over this way. You spot a man playing a lyre. He asks, "Would you like to hear a song, stranger?" Sure. The musician asks which song you would like him to play. Trial of Champions, Cuddlewort Caravan, or City of Thieves? Let's do City of Thieves. I mean, it seems to make sense, right? The musician plays the song on his lyre. The nearby crowd enjoy the man's rendition of City of Thieves and toss some gold pieces into a small pot near his feet. He takes 2 of them out of the pot and hands them to you with a smile. Well, thank you. Very nice of you. You have unlocked the title, The Serenaded. Huh. Yep, it already gave it there. The man at this stall is selling some weapons and items of equipment. The prices of his wares are chalked up on a slate. Throwing knife. It's just a normal throwing knife. 4 gold pieces. Climbing rope, 2 gold pieces. Lantern, 3 gold pieces. You may purchase any you do not already own. No, thank you. This food stall is selling breads, vegetables, fruit, corn, and chestnuts for the hungry shopper. You may eat some of the food if you pay 1 gold piece. The food will replenish 2 stamina. No, thank you. That's just a snake house, right? I wonder if it's going to be snakes again or if it's random. Let's see what happens. Because if it's snakes again, we know... Yep, it's snakes again. We'll try and run for the door again. No luck. Not this time. Unlucky. Damn it. Feel the effects of poison creeping through your body. Lose 4 stamina. Dang it. That's not great. Strange commotion up ahead catches your eye. God dang it. Escaped criminal event. A man with his feet chained together falls in front of you. Some guards arrive and assume you captured him. They give you a reward of 5 gold pieces. Well, thank you! That's very nice of you. So I actually get 6 gold. We went to Harbor Street, right? I don't think we went to Candle Street. Check it out. What do we got here? One of the locals of Port Blacksand tries to grab your attention. Pay him? Boy with a barrel event. A small boy asks if you would like to try his special healing water which cures all ills for 3 gold pieces. Sure. Oh wow, that's not very good. The water is not as effective as the small boy claimed. Healed 1 stamina. Oh, stupid boy. Get out of here. The house to your right has a doorway with the 6 skulls painted onto it. 1 black and 5 white. Oh, that doesn't sound good. We'll check it out though. Hello? You enter the house and see a man smiling at you. On the table in the center of the room are 6 skulls, looking eerily in your direction. The man places a white pill on the top of each skull. He looks up to you and says, "One of the pills before you is poisonous. The others are harmless. Swallow one of your choice. If you survive, I will give you 10 gold pieces. Choose the poisonous pill and, well, you'll see." It's probably not worth it, right? Probably bad. I mean, it's going to be a luck event, I'm sure. I guess I can try. Roll 1 die. If you roll the X, then you have chosen the poisonous pill. If you roll a blank, then you have chosen a harmless pill. Oh, boy. Woo. Lucky. You win 10 gold pieces. Nice. After handing over the gold pieces, the man bids you farewell and tells you to come back soon. Well, that was lucky. One of the locals of Port Blacksand tries to grab your attention. The boy with the barrel again? Really? Is it going to be better this time, boy with the barrel? Nope. I don't know if it's always that or if it's random. I imagine it's probably random. To your right, you spot a field with what looks like a sporting event happening. Let's investigate it. Is this a baseball? A group of brown creatures are playing some kind of game with a wooden stick and a small leather ball. It does sound like baseball. One of the creatures hits the ball with the stick and then run towards a creature from the other team. They are playing baseball. Baseball, not baseball. I'll join in, sure. Hey, can I play, dude? You take the stick and face a creature who throws the leather ball at you. You will win the game for your team if you pass this skill test. Alright, I just need 2. Come on. Woo, just barely. Nice. Skillful. You hit the ball powerfully and see it fly at great distance. Nice. You have unlocked the title, the Slugger, and an achievement. Your team rush over to you and are overjoyed at their victory. Supporters run over and start handing you gifts. Eventually, you manage to wriggle free and head back to the street. That's it. Give me gifts? Oh, away from the crowd, you inspect your gifts. You've been given 8 gold pieces, a bottle of liquid labeled Mind Control Potion, and a bunch of bananas which you eat for +2 stamina. Cool! That was pretty worth it. Cancels the effects of a spell being cast on you. Okay, that's cool. We could go to Tree Lane or Stable Street. Shit, I don't even know where I've been. I don't think I've been to either one. Let's go to Stable Street. Unless I have been here. The house here has an oak door with a serpent's head carved into it. Well, that doesn't sound very inviting. Inside the house, a veiled figure stands with their back to you. A woman's voice calls out, "Who is it?" Tell her you are delivering flowers, a tax collector, or collecting rags. Delivering flowers? The woman's voice sounds excited. Oh, I wonder which kind deer has sent me flowers. Can you tell me who they are from? I don't know. The woman spins around to face you, removing her veil. She has a snake's head, which sits oddly atop the body of a young woman, wearing a lavish gown. Her mouth opens and a forked tongue darts in and out as she challenges you. Don't lie to me, scoundrel. No doubt you are an assassin sent here to kill me, but you shall die instead. Suddenly she reaches towards you and bites you on the neck. Lose 4 stamina. Oh, man. Weak from her bite, you try to defend yourself as she attacks you. You will roll 1 less skill die for this fight. Oh, man. Oh, this is bad. Bad for business. I'm going to die. Oh yeah, I'm so dead. I'm so very dead. But, I mean, how was I supposed to know, right? I mean, honestly, all of those things would have been lies. I couldn't have told the truth. Oh, did I beat her? Really? I didn't think I beat her. You search the Serpent Queen's house and find a brown leather bag, which you pick up and shake. The contents make a jingling sound. Inside, you find 12 gold pieces. Awesome. You leave the house and head north. Alright. Sorry, but you're the one that attacked me. Self-defense. To your left is a building with horses tied to a post outside it. Okay. Maybe it's a tavern? Oh! Inside is a bearded man wearing a brown apron. Sweat pours from his brow. Let's talk to him. You chat with the blacksmith and ask if he makes anything other than horseshoes. He says that in his spare time he enjoys making chainmail coats. In fact, it has become a profitable sideline, especially in a place like Port Blacksand. They are not cheap though. If you want to purchase one, it will cost you 20 gold pieces. Luckily for you, human-shaped chainmail pieces don't cost him quite so much to make. Yeah, maybe it'll give me more stamina. The blacksmith takes your money and opens a crate in the corner. He lifts out a chainmail coat and says, "You have to hide everything in this place. You can't trust anybody." Oh, you have to hide everything. Okay. A sturdy set of chainmail. Roll a level 2 armor die in combat. Ooh. Armor die. The coat fits perfectly and its workmanship is excellent. You leave and continue north. Awesome. See a sign which reads, Public Gardens, entry 1 gold piece. Let's enter. See what we can find here, now that we can actually go in. You are surprised that a place such as this exists in Port Blacksand. Surrounding a stone plinth in some topiary cut into the shape of animals, the stone plinth has lotus flowers on it and a sign hanging on it which reads, "Do not pick the flowers." Doesn't seem to be anybody about. Well, it's not. Oh, I need a lotus flower though. I'm gonna pick a flower. As soon as you pluck one of the flowers, you hear the noise of rustling leaves. One of the animal-shaped hedges has uprooted itself and is closing in on you. Oh no! Ah, crap. But I need a lotus flower! You don't understand, dude. There's my armor die. Boom. Nice. So I have 1 armor. I guess that means that it can block 1 hit, maybe? Something like that? Go, go, go. I did not roll my armor that time, but he's dead. Bam! Take that. I needed that lotus. I'm very sorry, but that's just the way it works. Upgrade another skill die. The only thing I don't like is the fact that it upgrades 1 die completely. I wish that it would upgrade every die once. Kind of think that would be better. It would give you more chances. I mean, sure, I have a great chance of rolling that 1. That's it. Leave the gardens clutching the lotus flower. Awesome. A lotus flower taken from Port Blacksand's public gardens. Alright, well, at least that gives me a lotus flower. Find a lotus flower. Yep, good. Vanquisher of the Leaf Beast. Alright. That was an achievement. To your left, you see a shop with a sign outside which reads, Jack Stone's Pawn Shop. Oh, that's the pawn shop dude. You know what? I'm gonna try my luck. It's only 10 gold. Wait, can I sell anything? The mind control potion or the chainmail? How much would you buy the mind control potion for? 10 gold pieces? Sure, go for it. I don't think I need it right now anyway. Yes, I'm gonna try that crate. Try my luck with it. Okay. You hand over 10 gold pieces and reach into the crate. You fish around with your hand until you grab something and then pull it out. What is it? A bandage. Ooh, use this bandage to remove 1 injury from your skill dice. Nice. Thank you. That's pretty much it. I don't want to waste all my gold. Now the thing is, do I just walk past the guards? I can try it. Patrols suspect something odd about you. They ask where you live, and you reply that you are in Port Blacksand on a trading mission. They laugh scornfully and ask to see your merchant's pass. Well, I have the merchant's pass, see? Aha. There you go. The larger of the 2 guards tells you that his name is Sourbelly, and it is his duty to track down unwelcome visitors in Port Blacksand. He looks at your pass and says, I'm keeping this. You don't look much like a merchant to me. Are you one of those fancy folk that sells fish down on Catfish Street? Yes? Fooled you! There isn't a Catfish Street in Port Blacksand. Damn it. What was it then? I thought there was a Catfish Street. His face folds into a sickly grin, and he tells you that you are under arrest for being in Port Black Sand without authorization. He tells you that he is feeling generous, however, and offers you a choice. You can pay a fine of all the gold you have and be thrown out of the city, or spend a year with the rats and cockroaches in a dirty dungeon cell. The other troll bursts out laughing, saying, "Generous? Ho ho ho! Ah, sour belly. You've got such a good sense of humor." Let's resist arrest. The guard seems happy to fight you. Well, he's only 3-star. Maybe we can do it. I don't have a whole lot of stamina, though. And he does get to roll 10 dice, which is not great. Oh, jeez. Not great. Oh, I'm dead. Damn it. Sucks. Fall to the ground and everything goes black. Dang it. But apparently I do still have my gold, so that's something. So if I use this... Oh, it does keep my die leveled up, at least. It just covers up one of the symbols. Okay, that's fine. One of your skill dice has an injury. No, it doesn't anymore. Nice. There, that ought to help a little bit at least. So the game is pretty good. It's a pretty fun game, it's just very, very confusing. A little bit. I thought it was going to be more along the lines of, say, like an actual roguelike where you don't really have much choice, but you have tons of choice in this. And it really feels like there's just too much shopping opportunities and just not enough gold, which is unfortunate. And perhaps maybe too many bad events. It feels a little imbalanced, just a bit. Pretty cool game nonetheless, though. I don't know if I'm going to look at Portal or not, because I think it's just basically the same thing. It's the same exact game. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off the night with some more Dungeons 2. I am loving Dungeons 2, so give me 1 second. I'll actually probably have to stop streaming and then come right back, because I want to I want it to be a different video, because I don't want this to all be one video. I mean, these board games, they can all be one video, that's fine. That's not a problem, but Dungeons 2, I want it to be its own video, so that, you know, I can put it on YouTube as its own video and everything. So give me just 1 moment. I'll go ahead and close this down. It wasn't a bad game, though, but I don't know if it would be one that's going to get a lot of use, because not exactly what I was hoping for. It seems a bit too unfair. But anyway, let me go ahead and stop streaming real quick. I will change my ticker and get Dungeons 2 running.